Right now, many Ghanaians are feeling the sting of the DV 2024 process. There is a strong sense that the U.S. Embassy in Accra, Ghana has significantly reduced the number of interview appointments this year. But is this a perception that is accurate? Today, we're diving deep into the data comparing DV 2024 to DV 2023 to find out what is really going on.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ikia. If this is your first time here, please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow my Facebook page, Wofui TV. Guys, on this platform, we talk about the diversity visa lottery program and give you tips and guidance on how to process your case after you've been selected, whilst also giving you information about how to properly apply for the diversity visa lottery. Now we're going to look at DV 2024. We're going to do a look back at how the journey has gone so far. So when I say we're going to look back, we are not going to look far back. We're just going to compare the current DV lottery program, which is the DV 2024 to DV 2023, and see if things are different now. Things have changed. Things have improved, because as we all know that from the DV 2020 coming up, because of the COVID-19, a lot of Ghanaians have felt the heat of not getting interview appointment, where many have to travel to other embassies within the African continent, and many who are resident in other countries outside of the continent, many of them choose to stay over there and have their interview days instead of coming home because of the situation back home. So we're going to look at the data and see whether it actually reflects that or it's just a general feeling. Sometimes we can feel a certain way about a situation, but the data may not support our feelings. So we're going to now look back at the data and see that it doesn't really echo how Ghanaians feel about the current state of the DV lottery program.
One of the biggest concerns for Ghanaians is securing an interview appointment. Here is how the process works. After winning the lottery, you submit your DS-260 form, which gets processed by KCC. Once your case number is current, KCC schedules your interview, but only if the embassy has made slots or appointments slots available. This is where many Ghanaians get stuck. Their cases are processed, but no interview is scheduled because the embassy hasn't released enough slots. Okay, now so let's break this down with some data. Here is a bar chart comparing DV 2023 and DV 2024 interview appointment scheduling. In the first quarter, October to December, DV 2023 saw 125 interviews scheduled, while DV 2024 only had 60 interview appointments. This is less than half of what happened in the previous year. January and February were even worse for DV 2024 winners because nobody even got an appointment in those months. Whilst DV 2023 winners had the 30 interview appointments in January and 30 in February and even in March. When you look at March through April, there was some consistency with DV 2023 continuing to outpace the performance of DV 2024. But by June, there was no interview appointment scheduled for DV 2024. As we all know that in June, there was no interview appointment sent out for DV 2024 winners. But that same month, which is June last year, DV 2023 winners were able to get another big batch of interview appointments, but that subsequently was the wrap up of the round of interview appointments. The most recent round of interview appointment for DD 2024 winners was in July, and that was the biggest by far. So what Ghanaians are asking among themselves is that, is this really the final round of interview appointments, Or is the embassy going to make more availability and schedule maybe at least one more round of interview appointment for DV 2024 winners? Now we're going to compare the highest case cutoff point for DV 2023 and DV 2024 to see if the same sentiment is carried over here. In DV 2023, within the first quarter, which is October through December, there were people whose case numbers were somewhere as high as 12K who had received interview appointments. But when you look at DV 2024, it was 4K, 4,000. That was the highest case number that was scheduled within that first quarter. In January, people who had big case numbers as 19K. In February, in March, 19K ranges were getting interview appointments. But if you are a DV 2024 winners, unfortunately, if your case number was way past 4,000, then you were still waiting for interview in March. Now, when you look at April through June, which was the last round of interview appointment for DV 2023, we saw an increase up to case number 25K. But as of now, if you're a DV 2024 winner and your case number is even at 13K, then you are probably still waiting for interview appointment, which was not the case in DV 2023. Guys, this is why I stress the importance of submitting your DS-260 early. You see, somebody with a case number 17K was able to sneak in and get interview appointment in May. But you see, in July, the highest case number was 10K. So sometimes you look at the data and you're wondering, like, how come somebody with a 17K got an interview and then 13K has not received an interview? And then, guys, it is all about submission. You need to submit your case early as possible so that you can get lucky, just like this person.
So finally, you guys can see, from the data, the things that we just talked about, that it looks like the progression of DV lottery interview scheduling has been really slow this year for DV 2024 applicant, looking at how many cases have been scheduled and the case cutoff point, that the highest case cutoff point that were scheduled within the periods that the interview appointments were sent out. So it looks like Ghanaians are right to feel the way they feel about the DV lottery program, how the embassy interview scheduling has really hurt many Ghanaian winners. So hopefully this will let the embassy step up. Now we know that they have brought new platform where it's more intuitive. It will allow people to, whether people who need to cancel their appointments, I'm talking about the people from other cases, will it will make it easier for people who need to reschedule their interview will reschedule, people who need to cancel their interview will cancel, so that it will create more room for DV lottery winners to be scheduled. All right, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you share, follow my page Wofoi TV, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you. My name is Ikea. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.